Usually telling girls that God really has someone out there for you. Sometimes it's so hard. It's so difficult. I don't know when it's going to happen, and it feels lonely. And you
Subscribe now.
There's someone so good for you out there. All the heartbreak, everything. Like, it is so worth it. Please don't settle.
Women.
Like, there are such good men out there. I just feel like super overwhelmed right now with God's presence, and I just feel so blessed, and I feel so proud of myself for not settling in the times that I felt weak and the times I wanted to settle. Like, I just kept following him, and he just kept telling me no. And every time I thought I knew, and it was heartbreak after heartbreak, it is so exhausting. People always told me that my standards were too high. They're not. Just want to encourage you today. And just now I'm like thinking about all of you, and I'm praying for all of you. And please just don't settle. The times that you feel weak, like, go to God and talk to him. Just talk to him. He's going to come through for you, and your time's going to come. And I know it. I love you guys. It's just,
you can't make this shit up.
You would be an indispensable component of the man's life. What I mean by that is you would come in and you would figure out how you can enhance and make that man's life better and easier. You would become something that is not an interchangeable part. You would add value versus taking value, and you would not be a liability like most women. You would be an asset.
Right.
What that means is you need to exercise critical thinking, go into the man's life, see where the weak points are, come and augment those points, and become indispensable where he can't operate at 101, 102% without you by his side.
Irreplaceable.
That's how you keep a man. But the problem is that most girls think, I'm going to show up, I'm special, give me everything, pay for this, pay for that, etc. Well, guess what? You and 1,000 other bitches say for the same stupid shit, and you guys all got different pussies, different tits. So I'm going to continue to exchange you guys out. But this is how you get the main girl title versus just being a girl title.
And don't be a hoe.
Yeah. If you can do that and you're attractive and not fat, trust me, you'll bag a millionaire easy.
Men want three things: silence and sandwiches.
So of course, men want more than this.
Damn!
But I would say that these three things are the key to a happy day-to-day life. Like, take pride in cooking for your man. If he is out there working his ass off, making money to make your life comfortable, and he's stressing about all the financial things and you don't have to worry about the bills, have a meal ready for him when he's hungry. This doesn't have to be intercourse. Be flirtatious, just be sexy. Like, show your man you want him. And the silence isn't don't speak unless spoken to. It is don't be argumentative for no reason. Don't create problems when there are none. If I want something and my man tells me no, I say yes, sir, and move on.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So we hear a lot of women being told not to settle. I would definitely tell the men, do not settle.
I want to apologize for believing this lie that I can have it all, that I don't need a man, that children are a burden, that my career is more important than anything, that my bank account can replace a person being a husband for me. I'm so sorry that I was this feminist, that media, movies, songs, influencers were convincing me that I can do everything by myself, and that being feminine and vulnerable was the wrong thing to do. And that I can choose to be masculine when it's a role that I don't want, I'm not qualified for, and therefore I cannot tell men what to do. So I just want to apologize for my part in it, for believing all this BS. And hopefully, you know, we'll do more healing on our end, women, because we're going to bear these children. So we need to get it together. And if I have a boy and I have that mentality, like, I would never want to convince my son that he has to, you know, downplay his masculinity to make a woman feel comfortable. Not okay. So I'm just so sorry.
Yeah. I know that just from everything that I see, it just seems so discouraging right now to be a man and to have like accusations just flowing at you in every direction in the media. But I feel like there are a lot of us women that are starting to wake up to this, and we're starting to see through the lies of the media. We're smart. And we're catching on. This is not going to be a forever thing, I believe, where men are, really thrown away so much. So there are a lot of women who are starting to understand what's going on, and we're leaving this feminist movement, me included. Just believe that if you're looking for a woman who's understanding and who's not going to emasculate you, we are out there, and there are a lot of us. You just like Alana was saying, don't settle just because you think they're not out there and that you can't find someone who's going to give you the respect that you deserve.
Women.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a 10.
So what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a 10.
Like, let's be real this time. All right, so like on 1 to 10, like for real, like realistically, what would you rate yourself?
A 10.
So what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a 10.
So what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a 10.
Sensational.
Ever since I heard this theory, I cannot get it out of my mind. Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get married. Let's talk about it. So I was scrolling through TikTok one day, as we all do, and I came across this photographer. She's obviously been at a lot of weddings, and she observed that the men were marrying the woman in front of them at the time that they were ready to get married, implying that that wasn't necessarily that man's soulmate or that man's love of his life. It was just the girl he was dating at the time he was ready to get married and settle down. Like, when you decide, especially a man, when a man decides that he is financially and emotionally ready for marriage and ready to settle down and ready to start a family, he takes a way different approach to dating. That part in his brain of like, oh, there's another girl out there, shuts off. Because now his focus is on marriage. It's not in finding the next best thing. Are y'all following? Like, do you agree? Do you disagree? I need to know.
You can't make this shit up.